Thank God it's Friday. Welcome to the show. I am Tokwe Mark Odige, and as usual, I have the ladies with me. Good morning. Good morning. BC, you did not help. You didn't help my singing. You know, this is not my ministry anymore. It's your own side. So I said, thank God it's the voice home.
You should not know this song.
You should have brought it down.
You should have known. I think I know this song.
Nima knows some things that you'd be surprised that she should know.
Is it good I know?
How you all doing?
Doing
What's the
amazing.
plan for the weekend? It's been a busy week, sort of, you know, like we've been on the show.
Like back to back.
It's sort of a bit, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you. I had a banter, but I can't remember this banter right now. Oh my God, how does that happen?
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Anyway, I just know that yesterday I quickly talked about my school celebrating its 60th. That was my secondary school celebrating. It was too quick, and I feel like I did not really express my love and my pride for my alma mater, St. Louis College. Just a lot of people who have been through that school, who know about that school. There's a way that they describe the girls who have been through St. Louis College. Just it's like, oh, they're so well behaved, they're so prim and proper, they're so this and so that. And I remember most of our teachers were Reverend sisters, and you know, so there was just this thing in secondary school where they would say to us, when you get to the university, do not be the one that your room has the loudest music or you're the one making the loudest noise.
Oh, so they made it, because the way we just described is you, and sort of like...
So, so, you know, and we're taught to be particularly a certain way, you know, always be on time and things like that. So
it works.
You know, apart from the education we got, you know, other types of education. And I just want to thank you to the Reverend sisters and all the teachers who've been there, particularly Mr. Ofosu. He was my economics teacher, one of the very, you know,
passionate teachers.
Yeah, passionate teachers. And the other teachers that did not call you, it's not that you did not make as much impact. It's just, I remember Mr. Ofosu, and till today, you know, we all have a connection with him. So, yeah.
That's good.
We celebrate all of them, all the teachers.
We love all of them on your behalf. So I have shout-outs to make today.
Okay, now.
Deacon Anyeke Edet wishes to wish his wife a happy birthday, saying that he is nothing without her.
Wow.
And so happy birthday to
Mrs.
Margaret Edet.
Oh, wow.
Then Daniel, you remember Daniel?
Our
Daniel, who is a huge fan of Your View. He's always here every Wednesdays, and we can't wait to have him back. We've really missed him. His mother is a huge fan as well, and today is his mother's birthday.
Oh, wow. We celebrate you, Ma.
Yes,
Mama
so I
Daniel.
want to Reverend Mrs. Edith Ilo. Or is it Edith?
Edith, yes.
Ilo. Happy birthday, Mommy. God bless you. May God keep you. You will live long to reap the fruits of your labor.
And happy birthday, Mrs. Edith. I mean, Reverend Edith.
Reverend Edith. Yeah, that's all.
They've taken all the shout-outs for today. We don't have time.
It was my nephew's 1-year birthday.
Oh.
Today?
It was really touching for me. It was on Wednesday, 7th. Because it was my parents' anniversary as well, wedding anniversary as well.
Remember.
And then he actually answers all my father's initials. Looks spitting image of my father and all of that. So happy birthday, Umar.
Happy birthday, Umar.
Yes.
Umar. And happy birthday to everyone celebrating birthdays today. We celebrate you, we love you, long life and prosperity. When we return, we got gifts. Oh yeah, we got gifts from Zaron Cosmetics. We did a shout out to them. We celebrated the founder of Zaron during our 60th, celebrating Nigerian and phenomenal people at 60, and she sent us makeup products. And so thank you. It just arrived yesterday. You will get it today. When we return, we'll take today's top stories. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. We'll be starting our front page review for today with The Punch. Major headline, debts, salaries take 52.6% as federal government budgets 13.08 trillion naira for 2021. Government plans 4.2 trillion naira new borrowing and votes 3.85 trillion naira for capital projects. And PDP says the budget is unrealistic. APC believes proposed spending achievable. In other news, I'll attend trials when doctor certifies my knee healed from Maina. Manufacturers on paid export grants hit 1.29 trillion naira. World Bank backs federal government on petrol subsidy removal. Buhari Matawale mourns as NULG president slums dies. Poly lecturers issue 15-day ultimatum, threaten strike over IPPIS. APC governors plan 6 months maternity leave. Court freezes Lagos Speaker's account, grilled by EFCC. Lagosians blame government as gas explosion kills 6 and destroys 14 buildings. Ex-Alpha Beta MD sues firm, narrates rift with Tinubu. And so what stories are we taking? So
I'll take the human interest story. Another tragic day on Thursday in the this residence of Kandos Road, Barua in Ipaja of Lagos, where a gas tanker that was offloading gas at the gas station exploded. And of course, you know how we've talked about many gas stations in communities that are residential. And it caused about 5 deaths. 3 siblings who sustained severe burns were part of it. Then also there were 44 buildings that were affected, a primary school, an event center, 89 shops, a church, a tricycle, gas tankers, 23 electric poles, 2 transformers, a motorcycle.
When will enough be enough?
I don't know. What? Sometimes I even feel like a fraud. Always here talking about it and screaming about it and nothing happens, and then we have another one. Just move on. It's a community where it's a densely populated community where this gas station is.
Oh my God. I'm consoled with the fact that the governor of Lagos State has, cried about this again. He's decried the situation and said this time around there are going to be stiffer measures against opening of gas plants around. And I hope that
how about closing the ones that are already
yes. So and I hope that those agents of the government that will be made to enforce this will not go around collecting monies from these people and making a profit revenue out of them that they will not give back to government. I hope that they will find decent young people who will understand what it is to lose a life and understand the pain of the people that have gone through this to be the ones to enforce, these abuses that we have. But there's this story I have, the speaker, do you have that story?
Yes, I have the story. So the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has ordered the temporary freezing of 3 accounts belonging to the Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa. The 3 accounts were in, I can't get the name of the bank now, but it had to do with a domiciliary account, a current account, and a saving account. And they've had, yes, he's been accused allegedly that he was into fraudulent activities. One of the things they talked about was the fact that he took 3.2 billion to purchase cars for 40 members, and then he bought the cars for 32 million and sold to them for 70 million. Another allegation was also the fact that he paid about 80 million for training for about 20 ministers' wives. They send them to Dubai to train them for that amount of money.
Also the 258 million naira used to
they needed to train them.
Invitation cards for the inauguration.
For imprinting of invitation. Well, we'll definitely talk about we'll talk about it in detail, because we shouldn't be expecting this from lawmakers per se. Moving on to the Nigeria Tribune, major headline: Buhari presents 13.08 trillion naira 2021 budget. Economy may go into recession because we're dedicated to 3.124 trillion naira for debt servicing. And 1 cop killed in End SARS protest in Delta. 5 killed, 24 shops, 5 houses razed in another Lagos gas tanker explosion. COVID-19, PTF issues new guidelines for school reopening. There will be full implementation of National Testing Week. Alleged fraud, EFCC quizzes Lagos Speaker Obasa, obtains interim forfeiture of funds allegedly linked to him. So we're taking any... there's a few I haven't read. Bielsa rejects water resources bill. Fayemi launches Amotekun Core in October 19. I have not declared intention for 2023 presidency, says Tambuwal. So. Okay,
so the NSAS protest yesterday across the country, in different states, but in Delta states, I don't know why it led to the death of one of the policemen who tried to, stop the protest. According to the protesters, they deliberately wanted to bypass that police station and, do their protest around the area, but they sort of ran into, this patrol of policemen, and whatever happened led to the death of one of them, and that has been confirmed by the DPO of the police station.
I feel really, really sad. I believe that we should be allowed to protest, but it shouldn't lead to loss of lives. And as much as possible, I know they are still protesting today across the nation.
Yes,
please,
peaceful
let's continue to keep it peaceful. And for those in Delta State, keep it extra peaceful.
Yeah. So the Presidential Task Force has issued new guidelines for resumption of schools, students returning to schools. And one of them was the fact that the schools must have a dedicated area for screening and ensure that they have place to put the ones who test positive aside. They are also going to be working hand in hand with the local government and the Ministry of Health. The school must be equipped enough to be able to handle any outbreak in case it happens. And teachers will be trained and provided the PPEs for them to carry it out. Yes.
Okay, moving on to the nation, major headline. Depressed economies will bounce back, says presidency. 5 die in Lagos gas explosion. Anti-SARS protest spread to FCT, Edo, Kwara. Lagos pushes economic growth with Ehigbeti. Eco Bridge repairs nears completion, says Fashola. American family poet Lewis Gluck wins Nobel Prize for Literature. And so we want to take the...
Eco Bridge, yes. So the Minister for Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, has said that, of course, he mentioned again that the Third Mainland Bridge will be closed from Friday today, midnight, till Sunday midnight.
Completely?
So that, yes, completely, so that they can finish the other part of the work that's been done there. But then he also mentioned that the Eco Bridge, the Alaka end, which is my end, has been closed for many, many months now. He says that it is 83% near completion, completion. So we're hoping it will be open soon. He says that they had to close it because, they were working on the expansion linkages, yes, on the bridge.
One end is complete, that one that comes from your end. But from Costain to crossover, it's one way now, you dare not pass there.
So moving on to Daily Trust, major headline. Uncertainty as INEC chairman, 5 commissioners' tenure ends November 9th. Silence on renewal. Appointment dangerous. That's from the CSOs. We have time, says presidency. Options for Buhari. That's from the lawyers. And in other news, Nigeria on autopilot. Onayeka. Jega, Ibrahim, others. FCT cancels 3rd term. Warns private schools on fees. The kind of monarch I will be. That's from the new emir of Zazu. Zao.
Are you done?
So I wanted to say, just a quick one. The president of the Union of Local Government Employees, Ibrahim Khalil, he had died, I think, on Wednesday. Yes, on Wednesday. He died on Wednesday. And the president, of course, is commiserating with the family and, expressing their sadness about his death. I just wanted to take it because in the midst of all the fight for better governance in the country, this person who's been spearheading the rights of local government workers, should be remembered well.
Major story quickly. Do we have time?
We don't have time. That's why we can take a front page review for today. We did stretch the gist. Next, we talk about the hero for this week. I'm excited about this one. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Welcome back. Our hero of the week is the former Finance Minister, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. She just advanced into the final stage of a quest to be the first woman and the first African to be World Trade Organization president since establishment 25 years ago. She has made it to the final 2 and hopefully today wins. Either ways, a feat is worth celebrating. So guys, I want us to give a round of applause to this lady. I thought I saw that she had won already. I saw pictures online that she has won.
Let's quickly join voice with our federal government asking the World Trade Organization to make this a reality, make history. And she's been setting.
The other person she's contending with is also a woman, so and it's history either way.
But black, with the black everything movement around the world, black rights and black lives, it should be just the right time.
Yes, I'm just honestly rooting for her. I pray she wins.
She's represented us positively on many platforms, and it should be. And this is the kind of role models that women need. And we should support her. We should talk about her more and more, and share stories of her life with our girl child, our girl children, our female children, and let them know that this is one woman. And let me tell you, she studied in Nigeria. Then she went to this one.
Can aspire to anything.
Yes, and I think we should everybody watching have that conversation with your children today about Okonjo-Iweala. They might not know who she is, and so let's take this as a teachable moment to teach them. So we'll take a break now, and when we come back, our topic for the day. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. A Nigerian man has openly accused his wife of getting pregnant without his consent, saying that what she did was wrong and that he wasn't going to accept this pregnancy. So we're asking, should this be an issue, especially since there is no doubt that he is the father of the child? We'd like to hear your thoughts on this. So join the conversation by calling us on 070-8066-8014, and you can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can take your tweets. Now, when I saw this, I'm like, okay, we're not arguing paternity. It's not a case of no be my belly. It's a case of
that's not our agreement.
Please.
So which one is agreement?
Please, Nima. Which one is agreement?
Is that one even Nima? Okay, which one is agreement? Some come follow money. They don't count children for the owner of children, and your thing cannot multiply for you to be angry. Me now, that's the face I have now. If I don't have permission, but if it happens, nobody should just question me because I'm really thinking of ways to cut corners. I don't have that time. I thought to be having debates about it.
Well, I think there might be other issues on ground because I don't think this is enough. Like, is there enough weight to this story? You're not. It's not that she's cheating. It's a different thing if you think she might be cheating, but you genuinely, she got pregnant. So, what is the story? What could have been done?
For me, it's a major issue because I believe that families should plan. You should have a roadmap to where you're going to. And if you have come to an agreement as a couple that we are done, we're not having any more, it will be unfair on the other partner to get pregnant. Now, I know that people will blame, are you not the one that put it there? But you could have been putting it there and she's been finding a way to, because it's an agreement. So you could have said, okay, let's do family planning or let's use the withdrawal. And then whatever happens, there's a mistake that happens. I think it's something you should discuss. What do we do about this? This is a mistake that has happened. For you to go ahead and just feel, well, it's your own, you should own it, I think it's unfair to that partner because psychologically they may not be ready to have that baby at that time. It's something you need to understand.
Is anybody ready to have the baby?
See, let me tell you, if I knew what I know now, to have kids, I would take my time, like serious time. It's not easy when you're not in that space. And it could be for other reasons as well. Financial reasons could be a part of it. I don't subscribe to people just have it, God will train it. Who are you going to give the responsibility to? Because at the end of the day, the God will come through, the God will come through somebody that you'll be disturbing every time. Come and buy diaper, come and buy this one, come and buy that one. Excuse me, that is what we see.
Just bring blessing.
Just born now. God will help you. The God is your family members that you'll be harassing all the time. So, Auntie, is my own personal experience. So for me, it's a huge deal. But instead of getting upset, it has happened. I think they should come together and have a conversation. So it has happened. Where do we go from here?
So for me, I believe it's a big deal and it's a betrayal of trust.
My
seriously
heart.
that I take it.
Oh, my heart.
Can I have a hard five?
And it's both ways, because I know of women who
heart.
have been made pregnant, even though they had agreed with the man that this is not what I want.
Yeah.
There are women who, because of even health reasons, they've been told not to, but the husband goes ahead to do it. So if it's bad in that case for the woman, it's just as bad if a man says, see, we're not ready,
For this.
we have a period of time, I would like to do this and do that, and we should not. Don't go about and deceive the person. There are cases where it happens. The family planning procedure or whatever you put down failed. But there are situations where we know and we have heard women specifically, deliberately get pregnant, do not tell the husband for months until it's about 3, 4, 5 months, and then mention it, because you know, I know that my husband doesn't want a child, but I do, and even though he has given all these reasons, I'm going to do it anyway.
It's
and
unfair.
well, here we are at 5 months. What do you want me to do about it? And you put the man in a corner. For me, it is, as I said, a betrayal of trust. And I hope that you're able to sit down with this man and have a true conversation about it and how to work it. I know God takes care of everything.
Yes.
Many people will tell you that when we had this child, all
there
of a
was
sudden, open doors and everything. But we also know that it is hard work that people have put together before that has come to fruition.
Opened the door, thank you.
And sometimes it happens coincidentally when you have your child. My own is, don't be deceitful to that point. Do not.
So, Mariam, what if it isn't a matter of deceit? What if it is genuinely, she didn't even know? You know, there's some people that, let me put somebody
this story
that
out
we know.
of your mouth.
Murayo will tell you that she doesn't know when she gets pregnant. Like, she didn't know she was already pregnant. she had no idea.
At a level that is beyond us.
I'm telling you.
Yes, and it had passed a specific period that everybody would know. So if somebody like that gets pregnant and she didn't even know she was pregnant, she wasn't looking to get pregnant, and then she comes and says, I'm pregnant, and we're 4 months now. It's not deceit. It happened.
So that's why I clearly mentioned that there are different situations, scenarios, but we do have a scenario where people have been openly and deliberately deceitful. We have scenarios where both parties are even on board. We're not doing this. So it's not even one party thinking, I want it, but he doesn't, or she wants it and I don't. The thing is, when it happens mistakenly like that, the conversation will be different. It's not openly coming to accuse. This one is openly coming to accuse.
Like somebody is doing something behind the scene. I'll take Sadiq's call. I'll come to Nima. Sadiq, welcome to the show. Good morning. Good morning, Sadiq. Oh, so sorry about that. Nima, you were going to jump in.
So I just wanted to tell Miriam that, you know, this deceit is both ways. And I wanted to ask her when she mentioned that, you know, the man doesn't want that situation and you seem to be forcing it on him. Would it be deceit if you don't want the situation and you take care of yourself because you own your body?
Take care of yourself how?
Yes, go to the hospital,
let me put it this way.
and put in a family planning.
So would it be deceitful if a woman doesn't want to get pregnant and she goes to the family to the hospital and does personalized family planning without telling her husband? It's deceitful.
Of course. When you go to hospitals to take some serious to do some very almost permanent procedures, fertility and what do you call family planning procedures, they usually ask you
for your spouse.
Is it the consent with your husband or with your wife? So
the
man who's going for a vasectomy, they'll fight, and you're in a marriage, you will have to.
No, let me take this call from Manchester.
It's not.
Welcome to the show. Good morning. Yomi, I think. Hello. Hello.
Something's happening to
We seem to be having issues. Yeah, welcome to the show.
Hello?
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Go ahead, you're live.
I'm calling from Philippines.
Maybe he's listening to the TV.
Hello, you're live.
I can hear you.
Like, we can...
Come again?
You are live on TV. Please go ahead with your contributions.
Okay. I want to contribute to the program going on there.
Go ahead,
Yes,
sir.
you're live. Go ahead, please.
He's watching TV.
Ow.
Hello?
Sorry.
So for me, I believe that when you have come to an agreement that this is what we're going to do, or we're going to wait for a while, or we're not ready for this, or we're not doing it, hold on. That's the wrong thing. That's why we're having all of this. Because we don't have the right conversations that we're supposed to have. But if we have that conversation, I think it's the responsibility of both spouses to ensure that that mistake does not happen. So you understand that you don't know your relation, you don't know when you are not safe and all of that. You should take measures to ensure that does not happen. You don't leave it to, okay, I've told her I don't want babies, and you just fire anyhow and drop the thing anyhow and leave it for her.
Let me take Emmanuel.
It's unfair.
Emmanuel, welcome to the show. Firing anyhow. Emmanuel, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Fire with sense.
Hello.
Good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning. What's wrong with that calling?
Please, you're live. Go ahead.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We can hear you. Please go.
I totally align with Miriam and Obi Ajolo. I say I totally align with Miriam and Obi Ajolo.
Thank you, sir, for the
That
alignment.
is betrayal of trust. You know, when you have an agreement, maybe the number of kids to have, or it's not time to have another kid, and any of the partners goes on to, start the process without the consent of the other. I don't think it's...
What's the time to have another kid? When your first kid is a certain age, what age?
To the other partner. So it has to be something that will be planned well.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Emmanuel. So for me, what I want us to drive towards a point of that agreement. If there is an agreement, if both of you agree not to have children, then there is no case of I'm accusing you of doing something.
No, okay.
Because both of you have gotten on the page. But when both of you don't agree and it is one party that is saying,
of course
I want to, this is what I want. But in most cases, that's the way it happens. Either the man is the one saying, let's not have more children, let's just have two, because
when both of you agree and the method that you're using fails, because I have agreed, that's my situation. We have two and I want more. And my husband is tired of the whole process of, the things I have to go through when I'm pregnant. So he doesn't want that problem again, and doesn't want that stress put on me. So he's constantly having this conversation. Initially, I agreed, and now I'm not agreeing so much like that. So I've changed my mind, slowly, and I can reason with him.
But I'm not agreeing. In the hospital. Jane, welcome to the show.
Thank you. My name is Jane. This is my first time calling.
Woo! Welcome.
Yeah, I want to be part of the show. I've been following you every day, but today, thank God, I was able to get to you people.
We're happy.
Yeah. My years, I'm not married, but I've seen a lot of things in life. But I have some friends that, they had an agreement that they are going to have 2 kids. But before you know it, the children are grown up anyway. 2 years space, they are giving. But something just happened, and the wife was pregnant, and she was so scared to tell the husband. And when she opened up to tell the husband, it was a big problem, and he got to a state of even divorce. But thank God for the church they go to, and they were able to cancel the husband and the wife and all those things. Now the child is born and the child is grown up. You understand? The father even loved that child more than the other two. So you don't know. I don't know.
Jane, I have a story like this one.
If you want to go for what they call it, do a family planning or something, you should let your husband know. You should not just go and do it alone. You understand? That's my own.
Okay. May I just add that? See, in the conversation of agreeing not to have more children, the responsibility of
Morning. How did that call get in?
The responsibility of making sure that is the case is on both of them. So men would understand that they too can take some family planning decisions as well. As she said, you cannot be firing without protection. If you don't want a child, there are things you need to do as the man not to have children. And this also goes for single people in relationships. We hear people, and then when the girlfriend gets pregnant, we're like, that was not our agreement. We're just boyfriend and girlfriend. We're not planning on the future. And if that is the case for you, you're a single man out there, you make sure you take that protection because you have to share in the responsibility of that
double
child.
it. If you need to double it, double it.
So that's...
Yeah, I know. We have Leko calling
okay.
the show. Just give me... Let's welcome Leko's contribution. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Leko.
Okay.
First time? Woo!
Yes,
welcome.
Welcome to the show.
Actually, I want to contribute to what we are seeing on the show this morning.
You have the
And
floor.
to my own observation, actually, if both parties are agreeing on how many child they want to give birth to, they must immediately, they have the number of those child, they must actually come in agreement, okay, since we already have this number of child, we should have an agreement of what should we do to prevent any other child coming, so that it won't be as if it's sudden when it comes around. So that then maybe the husband will, okay, let's go to the hospital together to make sure we do a preventive measure to make sure that a child is not coming. So if they don't take those steps and if maybe a child is coming again after the agreed number, definitely it's not the woman's fault. It is because the husband failed to remind the wife on the agreement of what they have actually had before that time.
So what if it's destiny? So I know a man.
What if it's destiny? That's the question. What if it's destiny? The child is destined to come.
And then you have to say,
we accept
nobody
it.
for they have to agree and actually come to a common ground of should we keep this child? And they have to go on to make sure they take care of the child. Not that the husband is fighting the wife over it.
Yeah. And I believe also that it will take time for the man to calm down. You know, something, you feel hurt already. We agreed and this happened and you feel hurt. And then it takes a while to calm down. But there's something I also noticed when it comes to relationship and marriages. When people are getting together and they're discussing the plans they have for the future, sometimes they try to mirror each other. Because I like this person and I see the good qualities in this person, I don't want to lose this person. The man says, I just want 2 kids. In your heart, you want 6. You just say, 2 is okay. We'll have 2. I want 2. Just because you want to get into that marriage. Along the line, after you've had that 2, your original intention was to have 6. Then you start coming in, you start manipulating, you want to start talking about it. Anytime you see a baby, your heart leaps for joy. Oh, baby, I wish I'm the one that's carrying this one. And you've had that 2. I think it's unfair and we should stop it. Now, along the line also, you could change your mind, like Nima, along the way. But as you're changing your mind, try and carry your spouse along in that changing. If they refuse to change, you have already agreed to have to. Please stick to it.
So your decision to have children, yes, it's a couple's decision in marriage. The decision to put on birth control to prevent yourself from having children is a personal decision as regards your body. So for the man, you want to do anything, it's your body. It's your wife, legally, it's your body. You have the only one that has the consent to permit anything to be done on you. But then I have seen men who's agreed with their wives at home, I don't want children, and then after a while bring a small wife into the house. So if children is the problem of your marriage,
that's betrayal.
That's betrayal.
Yes. If children is the problem of your marriage, find children.
So let's clarify.
Let me just add something. You know, Nima has mentioned that the plan that you take, family planning decision you take for yourself, it is your own personal decision for yourself. But you also need to understand that there are consequences. So if you decide that you're going to go ahead and get a vasectomy without informing the wife, and the wife wants more children, and she was not part of this conversation, there will be consequences.
Yes.
A man might say,